how he ever said yes to come here, we are so thankful for, and I can't begin to tell you. This is a TV pioneer. This man has done so much for just a comic genius. You know, Johnny Meeks, the entertainer at night that sings here, he came to me last night because he saw some of the videotapes that we were screening in the rooms of Soupy, of his shows. He said, I wanted some copies made because whenever I get depressed, I can put those tapes on of Soupy and I'll be happy, I'll laugh. That's the gift that this man has to offer. He has done that with children, he's done with it adults. Please welcome the legend, Soupy Sales. Okay, let's start this out. Let's start this out with Mr. Soupy Sales. And that is, Soupy, how did you get your name, Soupy Sales?
Well, excuse me, I swallowed shot glass last night. It was a nickname in the South. Yeah, I was born in Franklin, North Carolina, because I wanted to be near my mother. And everybody had nicknames. If you were heavy, they called you fat. If you were thin, they called you slim. I said, thank God I wasn't born in Louisiana. But nicknames, my name was something, and they call you Soup Man, Soup Bone, you know.
But didn't you went through quite a few different names, didn't you?
Yeah, I was Soupy Hines. I worked in Cincinnati and Cleveland, and I went to Detroit and changed to Sales.
Okay, let's go for some questions. Anybody have any questions? Eric, what's your question? New Year's Day on the Soupy Sales show. I think you believe you got into a little trouble for something that you said.
Oh yeah, this was the most famous minute ad-lib in the history of TV, because it not only proved how powerful an audience was, it got me suspended for 2 weeks. It was 5 minutes before 7 on New Year's Day night, and we were in a commercial, and the director came on and he says, I have a minute. When you come out, what do you want to do? I was writing all the shows. If I could save a bit for the next day, I'd do it. I said, I'll do something. So I walked up to the microphone and went, hey kids, last night was New Year's Eve. Your mom and dad were out having a great time. So I write, you work hard all year long, have your bedroom to sleep. I want you to tiptoe in the bedroom, and you'll see your mom's pocketbook on the floor, your dad's pants. I want you to tiptoe, go in your dad's pants, your mom's pants. So like a green piece of paper, pictures of guys with beards. You should take all those pieces of paper, put an envelope on an envelope, you write Soupy Sales, Channel 5. You know, I'm going to send you a postcard from Puerto Rico. And we all laughed. When home we came next week, we had $80,000. I said, boy, she's better to work. You buy a minute commercial going there, and idiots send you money. Well, I walked in one day and he said, the executive's like, as soon as I have to shut it, like, your raise. Something like 10 attorneys, and the vice president, John Manager said, did you go on the air on New Year's Day night and tell the kids, my mother's pocketbook, father's pocketbook? He says, here's $80,000. I'm going to carry time and shop. $80,000. He says, you're suspended for 2 weeks. And of course, guys, people rose up. People came around through pain and AIDS at the station. That was my family. But it worked out really. It was the best thing that happened.
How important, how much power do the sponsors have in those days with your show?
Well, you know, back in those days, you know, the sponsors, we didn't have really, the sponsors had to be done earlier, like when I would do the Hennessy show was sponsored by Chesterfield Cigarettes. And back in the 60s, going back to the stations. So they didn't have anything to do with the early days.
So you never had any major problems with, like maybe the Jell-O company or anything like that?
No, I never had any problem with Jell-O. I sold more Jell-O than anybody. No, I never did anything like that.
A song called The Mouse became a major hit. Can you tell us how that song all came about?
Well, let's see. We sold 1 million records. If you didn't get one, you see me, I'm sure I got 900,000. You know, it was a thing I started in California. I don't know, it was something about different dances, the rabbit, you know, and the Indian, and one day the mouse, and all sorts of stuff. And I would do a few seconds of it to the end of a Bobby Darin. When I went to New York, he said, we ought to write a mouse song. I said, okay. And I wrote a mouse song, and I recorded it again. Written by the same two guys who wrote Frankie Valli's, Sandy Lizard and Eddie Rabbit.
Were you surprised of the major success of it?
Yeah, I'm always surprised at anything I do.